Hey, this is Kenny Aronoff. I'm at the famous Sunset Sound recording studio in Los Angeles. I'm hanging here with my friends from Guitar Center and TAMA Drums, and here's this amazing Stagestar 5-piece drum kit. When I was a little kid, I was 10 years old, I was playing outside, nothing to watch on TV. My mom told me and my brother, you gotta come in the house right away. I thought I was in trouble, but on TV were the Beatles on the Ed Sullivan Show. I saw the Beatles perform, and I went, Mom, I want to be in the Beatles. You got to get me in the band. Well, the cool thing is, 50 years later, I get called to do a CBS special honoring the Beatles for that Ed Sullivan Show, and I get to play with the two remaining Beatles, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr. But in between 10 years old and that, I've recorded over 300 million records sold. I've got 1,300 gold, platinum, diamond records, and Rolling Stone called me top 100 drummers of all time. I was so in love with rock and roll and music, I saved up my money. I was making 50 cents an hour gardening, and I bought my first snare drum and my first cymbal, and I started a band called the Alley Cats. And we played Beatles music, of course, and I would imagine, you know, girls going crazy after me and growing my hair long, which never quite ever worked out. But the point is, I was smitten and in love with rock and roll, and I realized my purpose in life. I want to be a rock and roll drummer. So I buy a snare drum and a cymbal, and I'm standing up and playing. And what happened was every Christmas or birthday, I'd get another drum, a bass drum, then a rack tom, then a floor tom, then another rack tom, another cymbal, hi-hat cymbals, and I slowly put this kit together, and I still have that kit today. The cool thing, today you can get a complete kit for an incredible price, 5 pieces. You get a kit like this, and you can add other components, more cymbals, more drums, whatever you want. The kit will last you forever. It's that good. Man, I mean, I wish they made kits like that when I was a kid. So let me talk about the kit a little bit. The two most important parts of a kit to me are the kick drum and the snare drum, because that's where you get a beat, like this. So the kick drum, punchy, low end, solid, not a lot of ringing. Snare drum, obviously I hit the snare drum hard, got an attack, it's aggressive, it's rock and roll. On the other hand, a good drum, you can play soft and it sounds good. And you can play loud, it sounds good. You can play rock, you can play country, you can play R&B, you can play anything you want and it sounds good. This is what this kit has in it. Like, check this out. Or louder. The Stagestar kit comes with 3 toms, 2 rack toms up here and 1 floor tom. 10, 12, 16 are the sizes. Those are standard sizes. I do this weird thing where I reverse my rack tom. I go 12, then 10, and then 16. We'll get to that later. So just to give you an idea what they sound like, it's cool that the sound is focused. They ring, they've got attack, but not too much ring and no weird overtones. The snare drum, which to me is such an important part of the kit, I hit a rim and the head at the same time when I play the drum, like this. Personally, I like the attack, the crack, but a little bit of sustain. A great drum like this sounds good if you play it loud and soft, or if you tune it way up, middle, or down. That's a sign of a great drum. This is one of those drums. So check this out. No rim, just the center of the head. See how you hear the snares, you hear the drum, no weird overtones. Same with the kick drum. Punchy, got some air, can be used for every style of music. Here, check this out. Beater in the head, beater off the head, 2 different sounds. So kick and snare together. Now let's listen to the toms and the kick drum and snare drum together. You can record with this, you can play live with this. Everything about it is amazing, highest level. And it's really affordable kit. I mean, this is like an entry-level kit that sounds professional. So as I mentioned before, I reverse my toms. And traditionally, it's usually high to low. When I got in the John Cougar Mellencamp band, John wanted a very simplified look. He was all about sound, but visual. So he liked the kind of the Ringo Starr with the Beatles kit, one rack tom, one floor tom. But I recorded a huge single, Jack and Diane, that went to #1 on the charts. And I had recorded with 4 toms. So the way I got around the floor tom thing was I stuck another floor tom back here so you couldn't see it from the audience. But I couldn't put another tom up here because that was obvious. It was funny, the first show we did, we were opening up for the Kinks in a big arena, and the engineer said, dude, you know, these toms, they're getting kind of lost in the big arena. Do you have a smaller tom? I said, I do, but John doesn't want me to put it up here. So I said, you know what, tell John his vocals will sound way better if I have that tom up there. I was just joking. But the engineer came back and said, John said, put it up there. I don't know what he told him, but the point is, I didn't want to put the next tom, the little one, over here because I use this tom and this tom the most, like this. So I put that up there because I use it occasionally. But it's got a cool advantage point being like that. Look how natural it is. Right hand high, left hand medium, and then bring them both down to here. Or you've got this unique way of playing where you go medium to high to low. The cool thing, and the point I'm trying to make here, is that each drummer can create their own setup the way they want to do it. You do your own thing. And the way you set your drums up can affect your sound. And we all want to be unique because we all are really actually very unique and different. Nobody sounds like you and nobody looks like you. So your setup can actually help create a unique sound for you. Also with this amazing Stagestar kit, it comes with hi-hat cymbals and 1 crash ride cymbal. To me, the most important part of a kit is the hi-hat because it keeps time, like this. Kind of like what we call a click track. I follow that. That is the tempo. And the kick and the snare all land right with that. And then this works with the band, so me and the band are like a team. We're united together. So check this out. Hi-hat, kick, snare. See how that is really keeping time and everything plays with it? So this is a very, very important part of the kit. Over here is a crash or a ride. You can do the same thing you do on the hi-hat, but over here. Or you can use it as a crash. Okay, let me say something about the hardware. The hardware that comes with this kit is so much better than my first kit. This is double braced hardware, which means it's not just a piece of metal on the hi-hat stand or on the cymbal stand over there, the ride cymbal, crash cymbal, is double braced. This hardware will last forever. That's the beautiful thing about this. It's very, very top level hardware. So that makes this whole kit all quality. TAMA made a unique color specifically for this kit for Guitar Center. Scorched copper sparkle. And I love the way it illuminates under lights. Very professional looking. I've been with TAMA for 42 years, and you might be with them for 42 years after you buy this kit because this kit will last forever. I mean, it's that good. The cool thing is you get a box, you open the box up, you get all this. All you have to do is bring sticks, like I brought my signature sticks, and yourself. If you want to know more about this TAMA Stagestar kit, you can go to guitarcenter.com, or you can call your expert gear advisor, or just go to a GC store.